Oh, it's not fun with real audio unless we have a Jim Bakker clip. And
Jim!
I've held on to this one for a little bit. This one's, you might have heard this on other shows, but, there shall be no other shows before us. We are the Lord thy God. And I am a jealous God. But anyway, we have Jim Bakker, and he's going to be talking to us about people going insane, specifically a certain type of people. Here we go.
Unsaved people are going insane.
Yes.
Oh, they can't take it. They can't believe that a person was elected to presidency that honored God.
Mm-hmm.
In what conceivable possible way? I have not even seen one fucking picture of that guy going to church since he got elected.
No, I don't know that he has.
One.
I
And
need to hear that again because I'm going to crank it up on the sound that I think I just heard.
Was elected to...
Yeah, there it is. Hang on one sec. Let me jump it back just 1 second, and I'm going to crank the fuck out of the sound. Listen to how many P's he crams into his mouth at this 1 second here.
Elected to presidency.
It was like at least 4.
there were several P's.
There's
several P's.
Jesus, man.
But so, I mean, to back. First off, unsaved people. Saved from what?
We're not Christians. We're not the...
We haven't sucked Jesus' cock, Kyle.
Well, only because the opportunity hasn't presented itself.
We haven't taken Jesus deep within ourselves. Deep.
Ew.
Deep within ourselves.
Mm-mm.
Well,
therefore,
the offer stands, but he doesn't return my calls.
I mean, he could show up anytime.
That is desert wandering, loincloth wearing dirty dick right there. That is nasty, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It'd smell like a loaf of bread. It would just be like, ugh, rotten bread. It'd be like vinegary bread. That's what it'd smell like.
I've been camping. I don't need to talk about this anymore.
God that wants to keep the cross on top of your church.
No
and Jesus in your heart.
That.
No one's going to take Jesus out of your heart. No one's going to take your cross off of your church.
That's not a thing anyone cares about. That's not a fight that's occurring. Oh my God.
You talk about American Atheists and FFRF and all those guys. They don't give a shit what you do in your church. They don't care. They don't care what you do. I don't care what you do in your church. Just keep it out of fucking mainstream is all I'm asking, I'm not going to begrudge driving past your ugly fucking building with your shitty quotes that you have on it and your torture device hanging off the top of it.
I'm not going to like it. I'm going to drive by and go, ugh. And every time, you know what? That's not a threat to your freedom. It's weird, but I will not ever champion a law. Hell, I will fight against the law that says that you need to not exist. I actively took the side of Muslims when they wanted to have a community center, not a mosque.
Yeah.
Within the somewhat near radius of the 9/11 attack.
Hey, guess who lives in New York? Lots of immigrants.
Yeah. Guess how big
that
Manhattan is.
Oh, it's so big. I was there recently. It's kind of beautiful, you guys. But
I mean geographically, you're not very far away, no matter where you are on that island. Away from,
Oh my God, everything gets built up. And then I was like, how do they build new buildings? They're like, they take them down. I'm like, they demolish them. They're like, yeah. I'm like, you mean the way they were designed to come down? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so...
No, they don't fly airplanes into ones that they don't need anymore.
No, those buildings are literally designed to come down should anything bring them down. Like in just a pile. They want to come down in a pile. That's because they're not...
Because you don't want dominoes happening with fucking skyscrapers. You don't want that shitty movie trope where they knock the bookcase over.
You do not want those buildings going down sideways. That's a bad thing. That's real bad. But so there was... I happily took the position of, the Muslims should be able to have a community center. It's not even a mosque, guys. Like...
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
yeah,
Sharia
it
law.
would
Even
be
It's
there.
Sharia law.
wouldn't matter.
Look, I don't even give a shit. Like,
No.
I will take their side. I will
Yeah.
drive past it and go, ugh, every time. But
Mhm.
that's your fucking right. Like, oh, your church is shitty and offensive to me. But this is where they don't understand the difference between offense and principles. Like,
It's like if I was to
They're
open
like-
up only open on Sundays atheist beercade, you know.
Yeah.
Christians would be driving by like, "You're going to hell." I'm like, I'm not yelling at you guys when you're going to church. I'm not that kind of atheist. But
But it's fine if they do, because that's the world we live in.
yep.
And there are shitty people everywhere,
Yeah, like
But-
Jim Bakker.
like Jim Bakker. And no one's coming after your cross, motherfucker. It's a shitty thing to put on the top of your church. The fuck, your church is shitty. It's awful and gross and weird, and I'm uncomfortable by its very
Branson.
concept. But I'm not coming after it, man.
No, but according to him, we're going in. What does he say? Unsaved people are going insane because of this shit. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Going
going.
And he
insane.
wants to
we're going
stop killing the babies. But we're so perverted, it's so wicked that we think it's normal birth control to kill the baby.
Birth control doesn't
No.
kill babies.
Okay, that's not what he was saying. He was saying that unsaved people think abortion is birth control. No.
No,
Mm-mm.
people don't use
No.
abortion as birth control. People.
The vast majority of women who have an abortion only get one ever. Just the one.
Yeah.
It's not a form of birth control, and
Mm.
any medical professional will tell you so. And are there, like, I don't know, 3 women in the United States who have used it as birth control? Yeah, I'm sure they exist.
But I'm sure that every time that happens, they get a stern talking to.
And it's also, like, incredibly stupid because abortions suck. They don't suck as
Yeah.
bad as pregnancy, but they suck.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's not birth control.
That's right.
That's murder.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
It's
I'm sorry.
not.
I know
Agreed.
you don't
We're
like it.
agreed.
I'm sorry. I hate to even have to get people so upset, but I'm telling you, this is one of the main reason I believe judgment finally came to America. Is we've killed 60 million unborn babies.
Citation
no, we haven't.
fucking needed,
Citation need. Thank you. I was like, that sounds like a big number.
That sounds like a big number, but they weren't babies.
man. I also
One,
think that he's trying to
accurate.
cite.
One, they weren't babies.
I think he's trying to cite that, birth control in general, the potential every
Yeah,
egg lost is the
no,
number that he's
sorry.
coming up
Uh-uh.
with there.
Yeah, no, my IUD isn't.
Hey-
They're
hey,
not
Jim.
babies.
Jim,
I d-
periods aren't, us killing babies, That's not a
Mm.
baby dying, right?
Okay, I really feel like we need to address the sperm and egg is therefore a baby. Why? Why? Because I mean there's so much that can go wrong there, and often does.
Mhm.
Like at least 50% of the time, that sperm and egg doesn't do shit.
When you hear about a lot of the birth complications and, diseases that can happen to kids and things that go
Oh,
wrong when they're
I'm not even
forming.
getting there. I'm not. Even
I'm
getting
just saying,
there.
but even when they give you a number, it's like 1 in 300,000. You're also like, fuck, that's way too common. That's still.
Oh yeah, no. The if cellular reproduction goes badly, most of the time that'll be just like and dead.
Yeah.
Like, and then where do we define life? Like, because sperm is a cell. It's a cell with a tail, and it does a thing. It's very active.
And it's
a
surprisingly
cell.
salty.
Fuck you, X.
I'm just trying to get back on topic because Jim
But,
does not think about it this hard.
It's just like it
All right, Jim, what are you going to say?
60 million yous.
Yeah.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
He's talking about like sheep.
What?
No. He's
okay. Oh, he was
Sorry,
pointing
dad
at
joke.
people.
Dad joke. He's
Okay,
talking
I
about
actually
people.
was like, you. I
You and you and you and you and you.
talking about, well, what do you
60
said?
million.
60 million U's. I was like, we're
He went like my cousin Vinny there for a second. The two Utes.
You and you and you and you and you. So he was saying like the people who got born.
He's talking about people that were born, lived a whole life up to the point, and now are senior citizens visiting this shitty show in Branson, Missouri.
Like I can't even handle this. Just
at a point. These people are taking this whole potentiality thing
way too
fucking far, man.
Way too fucking seriously. Like, I mean, there's so much genetic material that has been just not born.
It's like not every clump of cells is going to be the next Hitler, is not going to be the next Gandhi, is not going to be. No, that's not how this shit works, because it requires shit to be shaped when they're growing up. It has nothing to do with just genetic markers. Like,
oh my God, there's so much. I've had this argument with like atheists before. I'm like, if you clone somebody today, they might be remarkably similar in personality to the person they were born as.
Yeah,
but things would be different. Like experiences shape the brain.
Yeah,
we know this.
If my clone grew up without He-Man, shit would be weird.
But like this guy, he's just
I'll
like,
get you, He-Man.
You could have been aborted. It's like, yeah, and
could have been hit by a truck too, but I wasn't.
I could have had some weird genetic shit that killed off my cell before my mom even knew she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. What's your fucking point?
I could have been a woman.
Does Jim have a point? I don't know if he does. Hang on.
Right.
Everybody's for abortion that's still alive.
That's right.
Well,
yeah, usually we don't give voting power to zygotes.
Yeah, it's kind of
no, we don't.
I mean, the sample size there is kind of I
can estimate that I'm past ovulation in my cycle this month. Just guess, because honestly, who the fuck knows for sure.
Hey, I want to go find a pregnant lady and talk to her vagina, talk at her cervix, and be like, "Hey, you in there? Are you for or against abortion?" And guess what? Not going to get any response.
It would be a fair bet that you could find somebody willing to let you do that.
Yeah. Hey, $20 is $20, man.
Older for.
I mean,
if you got money.
We can put the Craigslist up at it. We can put the Craigslist ad up right now.
Yeah.
Actually, you can yell at my vagina all day. There is half people just stocked in there. I mean, we can negotiate price, but there's just half people, just like millions of them.
2 votes.
I don't know if it's a million. Like just right there.
It's just you're gonna have to somehow direct the sound. So you're probably gonna like one of those. You're gonna need to use one of those like old time ear trumpets, but you're just gonna have to use it backwards.
Yeah. Well, and it's a fool's errand to begin with, because zygotes don't understand language. They haven't been taught language.
They don't have feeling. I don't say feelings. They don't have feeling. Their nerves don't connect with their brain. Like the stem.
The brain stem.
Brainstem. Thank you.
Yeah.
The brainstem doesn't connect with their nerve endings yet. So, I mean, their nerves might react because electricity is there.
Yeah.
But Felicia, that's a baby.
But that's not how anything works. Oh my God! You can stimulate the nerves of a dead body. No one's experiencing this.
Hey, I've seen frog legs jumping on a plate because someone put salt on them, because that's what sodium does to muscles. It's like, God damn it, Jim Bakker. We thought about this a lot fucking harder than you did. Like every fucking time we have you on this show, it's just
remarkable how the minutia, just like the tiniest little detail, just derails this entire conversation.